live in the dungeon. This is the Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Mick Strawn.
I saw this like over two weeks ago, I think, because we were going to have a guest on the show that was going to maybe potentially review it with us.
Yeah.
And so I had to watch it again. I watched it again, but that was like a week ago. So I've seen this movie twice, but I'm not sure I remember everything.
I watched it again today, and I'm not sure that I remember anything about it. Yeah, this is, you know what? I wanted to like this film so much, and I liked the lead in this film so much.
Oh, she was amazing.
Ella Hunt
Played Anna. Yeah, she was amazing. Yeah.
She was amazing. And she was so watchable, and she, to me, was like the only element of it that.
Really? See, I think this is great because we're going to disagree because I actually enjoyed this a lot.
Okay.
And I have to say this right off the top. I have to get this out there. Out of all the Scottish Christmas-themed zombie musicals, this is the best I've ever seen.
Well,
I had to say that.
You know what?
Because there's a lot of Scottish Christmas-themed zombie musicals out there.
There is not, and this is why.
I actually was pleasantly surprised. I thought it would be pretty terrible, and I did feel like the first part was better than the second part, so they might have fizzled a little bit. I liked the songs. Actually, I kind of liked the songs. I hated that falsetto, though, that curly-headed guy, that curly-headed douchebag. His little falsetto pissed me off.
You know what?
I thought it was great.
I'm of two minds on this. I thought the production design overall and the shooting look of it and stuff was just terrible. I mean, just terrible. It was unconvincing and kind of, and for me,
I don't know if it's really supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I know.
I took it as campy.
Yeah,
it was campy.
No, but if it was campy, it was disingenuous at best.
Like the scene where they're my favorite scene where they're both singing and they're like oblivious to everything happening.
Yeah, going down.
A lot of that was very staged and looked so dorky. I think it was like almost like they did it on purpose. Let's just have a lot of stupid things happening in the background.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is there was a staged part to it that made it feel very much like a play. And whenever that makes an alert go off in my mind, I go, play alert, play alert,
right. Well, musical. It was definitely a musical.
I know that it was musical, but certainly, "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" was also a musical. So just don't count it out just for being a musical. I love the musical numbers, but
right.
But the staging of them was was to the quality of a play, and the thing is here's the thing. I think the quality of the choreography was very poor, and I think that and I also think the production design was very poor, but I think the actors were doing a really, really good job, which kind of made every moment of it kind of look like a because even the DP work was pretty good. I thought the lighting was was kind of like too much like a play.
Well, how many Scottish musicals have you seen?
Well, that's a good question.
I was trying to think about that. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of Scottish movies now that I think about it. In fact, I had to look it up to make sure it was Scottish. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling like this could be Scottish, and I had to look it up.
I mean, I just here's the thing. I think that there was a mash of talents going on that didn't particularly create anything that was compelling to me.
See, I enjoyed it. I thought the pacing was good, and I thought I was in it to like just have fun. I wasn't really. It was kind of like me watching killing, actually, in a way. It's like, because I knew what I was looking at was bad, but I enjoyed the musical, and I enjoyed Ella. If Ella wasn't there, I probably wouldn't have been in.
I mean, if it weren't for her, because, and that was another thing about it, is there was a huge disparity between her acting and anybody else's acting in the film.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
Well, the nice boyfriend was pretty good.
He was pretty good. Very sad when they killed him off, because now there was like less to be seen. But also, you know, there was something about her character through it that was a mishmash. Also, because there were parts where she could just walk through a room full of zombies and just crushing them, right? You know?
Well, that's because she was pissed off about her boyfriend.
Right. Well, see,
that was all rage, man. That was vengeance. Yeah, that's what that was.
Vengeance. But you know what? It's called a character arc. And the thing is, you can't go back to the next scene where she can't beat up anybody in the room. Right? And she has to have the boyfriend covering the non-boyfriend covering her now, right? And I was I'm sorry, there has to be some consistency to character here.
Maybe that's her way of flirting. Maybe she's like, I'm going to flirt with this guy. I'm going to let him kill everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought there was a decent, like, again, pacing was big on me. Like, I was like, okay, it built up. It had a decent climax. It wasn't like the stupid ending.
But here's what I'm saying is by the end of the film, she should have been a kicking badass, right?
Right. Like a transformation is what you're looking for. You're looking for like the army outfit. Like I'm thinking of a movie from the 80s. I can't think of it right now, where she, like, the main character. I think we talked about this before. Main character transitions.
Yeah, the transitions. She should have done that. Instead,
I can't think of the movie, but
all of them. Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's probably Terminator or something.
Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Oh yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
That's what it was. Yeah, well, Terminator too.
Terminator. Any of those. The thing is she's so good that you know, by the end, she should have been her own badass character, and the script let her down. The script let her down.
And that blonde girl, I think they should have gone the opposite way. Like she was kind of tough at the beginning. Maybe at the end, have her be like crushed. You know, like fragile.
There was something. There was the. That's what I'm talking about. It was such a mix of kind of good and bad. I think you're right that there's something that could have been there. I was just sorry that it wasn't. I wanted her to be badass. You know, take no prisoners. You know, see, if, for instance, she was getting along with that guy because now they both were badass characters, that I could go along with, right? They didn't have to be lovers or anything, but they both should have been, you know, as ass kicking as it looked like she was going to become in that particular, in about the middle of the film. But then it got to the end and you know, it just kind of like blurped out.
See, I think I tapped out from logic early on, so I think I appreciated this more. And I I really tapped out when they were like, "Oh, we have to go through the tree farm that's indoors, and we can't just steal a vehicle and drive there. There was a vehicle behind them, and they could have just gotten in and driven there."
Why
we have to go through the shortcut.
It's like that commercial. Why don't we just go to the running car? What, are you crazy?
I mean, I guess every movie we talk about, every horror movie especially, has stupidity in it. But this was over the top. Like, I'm like, really? Like, they have to like do this to make it more interesting.
Actually. If they had gone,
and there wasn't a big dance song. I was waiting. Okay, maybe they're going to the tree farm to have a big dance and sing off. Like, you know, I was waiting for this huge dance number, but it didn't happen. So anyway, but I still enjoyed the whole thing. I think I liked it more than you. In fact, I want to see another End of the Apocalypse. I want to see like part 2 now.
Yeah, I could avoid that.
I never saw Shaun of the Dead though. I've heard like I guess people think that this is like a Shaun of the
Dead.
No, so maybe that's the problem.
Shaun of the Dead would explain Shaun of the Dead would explain it. You know, Shaun of the.
So maybe I need to see that
because. Yeah, you do. There's just no doubt about it. You know, the thing is, I appreciated the music because I actually kind of liked the songs too. I just thought that it didn't go anywhere.
And did you think it was like the opposite of what you expected because the trailers?
Yes, that's another thing. It didn't seem like the trailers at all. You know.
Right. Yeah. Because I remember we talked about seeing this, and it never came to our theater.
Now I know why. Now I know why. Yeah.
Right.
See, now I can totally go. Oh yeah. Okay. I see. Yeah. Oh, I see.
Well, there is a huge anti-Scottish movement in our country right now. I mean,
there is.
No, I mean,
no. There's
no.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give it a 2.7 because I want her to come back in something because she was just amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
She was by far the most talented member of the cast, the crew, the whole bunch. You know, that's that. You know what? I calls them the ways I sees them. And that's.
I'm like at a 3.3.
Really? Well, I'm sorry.
No, I give it a 3.3 just because I think I liked it a lot more, and I would probably watch it again, even though just because I don't remember the other 2 times I watched it. So doesn't make any sense.
I'm trying to forget that I watched it the first time. So there you go.
There we go.
Okay, I think we're done here.
Yes. Phew. Well, I should be careful because we do have a lot of Scottish listeners. I do love our Scottish audience. Just to put it out there.
We have a lot of Scottish. Hey, see you tonight.
I look forward to meeting them.
So do I.
I look forward to them inviting us to present an award, and for us to get off the plane to thousands of Scottish people cheering our names, asking for autographs.
In case they take over the world, welcome our Scottish overlords.
Thanks for joining us on the Dream Warrior Review podcast. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, follow us, and, of course, like us. We can be found on Podbean, which is an amazing app, YouTube, Stitcher, Alexa on any pod, iTunes, Google Play. We're on Twitter as well, at DW Review, and, of course, Facebook. You can find us there. You can also email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com.